Hello friends, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, this is Louisiana Cooking and Living. My name is Katie, and I'm kind of excited, kind of nervous about today's project. My friend had asked me, okay, so let me back up. When I harvested all my sweet potatoes, my friend asked me what I was going to do with them, and I said, I think I wanted to can some for sweet potato fries, and she said, well, if you do that, make a video, I want to see it. So Stacy, this is for you. We're going to do russet potatoes for regular fries, and we're going to do sweet potatoes for sweet potato fries. And we're going to dry can them and in the pressure canner. And so tonight I'm going to make hot dogs. And if you follow along and watch my videos as they come along, the video that's coming out right before this is hot dog chili that I made and canned. So we're going to have hot dogs with my hot dog chili, and then we're going to fry the French fries after they've been pressure canned. I'll just fry one of the jars of it and see how they turn out. So you'll get to see the end product of this project at the end of this video. So I hope you watch the whole thing and you get to see at the end how the fries actually turn out. So we're gonna get our potatoes peeled and we'll get them in the jars. And I guess we'll discuss the process as we go along. It doesn't sound very difficult. It is a Rebel canning process. It's not an FDA approved process. You can can potatoes, but doing the dry canning I think is the part that's the Rebel canning part of it. I don't want them soggy and mushy and all that, so we're just going to get them peeled up and rinse them a couple of times and then get them in the jars. So hope you stick around for this project. Okay, so right now we're just going to get these potatoes peeled up and then we will slice them into fries. Alright, we'll save that for the compost. I'm going to get my cutting board and we'll start chopping these up. Alright, I'm going to do some of them as fries, and some of them I'm going to cube to do like a breakfast hash brown. That's my game plan, so we'll have both kinds. Then we'll put them back in the water to kind of keep the starch off of them. So we're just doing, fry shape, because it's going to cook for the most part in the canning process, so you don't want them too thin. And that way, whenever you fry them, all you have to do is just crisp them up. They're going to be cooked. Here's all my sweet potatoes we're going to get to. I'm going to put these under running water. Alright, now I'm going to cube all these up for doing like a breakfast hash brown. All right, let me get these under running water now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try to dry most of the moisture off of these. So I'm just going to lay them out on this towel and pat them dry. And then we'll, whoop, lost one before. Then we'll stuff them in our jars. Okay, all I have right now are the narrow or the regular lid size. If you can find a large mouth or wide mouth, those would be better for this process. But this is all they had at the store when I got these jars. So this is what we have. All right, so now I'm just going to start stuffing them in here. I'll try and do them standing up so they fit a lot better. All right, so we got 4 jars of the French fries, and now we'll see what we get out of the hash browns. So my pressure canner will hold 7 quarts at a time, so I'm hoping to get, well, I'll have 4. I don't think I have 3 quarts of the hash brown potatoes. I'll do the same process here. Get these dried off. Oop, there's one fry hiding. Let me cut that and we'll put it with these. Alright, you could season these up ahead of time. You could put salt on them. I've seen where people put a pat of butter in here with them. If you want to do like a seasoned fry, you could put, you know, your Cajun seasoning or whatever in here. You could do whatever you want. I'm going to leave them plain and then salt them after I cook them. So I'm just filling this up with the cubed potatoes. So I'll get 2 quarts of these. And then I'll do the same process with my sweet potatoes. I'll do some as the French fry and some as cubes. Now these potatoes are store-bought, but my sweet potatoes were ones I grew in my garden, which is very exciting. So I'm going to get my lids and rings to get on here, and then we'll get them in the canner. It's that simple. Using new lids. And actually I should have wiped my rims off. You should wipe the rims off with vinegar to make sure it's just clean and everything seals properly. Alright. fingertip tight. Because our jars are cold and our potatoes are cold, we are putting this into a cold canner. My pressure canner, you need to follow your instructions on yours, calls for 3 quarts of water in the bottom of it. And my elevation requires me to cook mine at 10 pounds of pressure. So we're going to put these in the canner and they will can for 40 minutes. These are quart size. For pint size, you only need to do 35 minutes. So these are going to go for 40 minutes in the canner. Okay, so in the bottom of your canner, you should have a little trivet that keeps the jars from bouncing on the bottom and breaking. So I have 1 more quart of water to add. So we'll add this, get my fire going. Add my jars. Oops, I need to turn my pot around because the lid fits a certain way and I need to be able to see the pressure gauge. Alright, you gotta make sure your little thing is loose so it pops up and down. Make sure your gasket's in place. Alright, we're going to lock it tight. We have our vent hole here. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'll turn this a little bit. See my little vent hole? So steam will start coming out of this, and when it's coming out of this regularly, like steady stream, you're going to let it vent for 10 minutes. We have our pot on high. And then you're going to put the jiggler on the top. I need to grab mine real quick. So we'll vent for 10 minutes. We'll time it after it's a steady stream of steam. After the 10 minutes, we'll put our jiggler on. And then when it comes up to pressure, then we'll start our timer for the 40 minutes of processing time. So I won't start peeling my sweet potatoes until this is all done because I don't want them to start turning colors or wait on this to process. So we'll be back when this is finished and then we'll get our sweet potatoes together. Okay, so we're getting our sweet potatoes into our jars. Got all my fries cut up. I got 4 quarts of the fries. And now I'm filling up the little cubed ones. If you've watched me in previous videos, I do like to roast my sweet potatoes really high in the oven with some garlic and red onion and maybe some bacon. So this will give me the head start on that, and then I can just put them on broil maybe to crisp them up in the oven with the other flavors. Again, you could flavor these ahead of time if you wanted to do like an onion and garlic kind of thing, or if you wanted to do like a cinnamon flavor with some salt. Got a little piece of skin in there. And but I'm just gonna do them plain so that whenever I make them I can flavor them however I'd like. All my fries, my regular potato fries, came out of the canner. My canner has cooled off, so again we're using cold jars, cold potatoes. We'll need a cold canner. So I'm not going to have enough for 3 quarts. I might get maybe a pint jar to put the rest of this in. All right, we're going to get a paper towel with some vinegar to wipe our rims off. Kind of even these out a little bit. One, two, three, four. 7 jars. That's what fits in my canner. we'll get over to the canner and get these going. All right, I got my 3 quarts of water in my canner and my rack in the bottom, and I'll put my jars in here. I'm going to take our lid and line up our little arrows on here and seal it shut. This will again come up to pressure once the steam is coming out of the valve for 10 minutes. And I was just going to show you, they're still a little hot. Here's the French fries, and here's the hash brown potatoes. All right. So we're going to fry those up for dinner tonight and give it a try and see how they turned out. I'm going to use some lard I got from a local butcher to fry these in tonight. Give it a little bit of flavor, a little bit of healthier fat to fry them in, as opposed to using like a vegetable oil. You can also put them in the air fryer. I'm sure that would work also. I guess I'm going to kind of hold this up and let you see. There we go, French fries. All right, we'll be back when it's time to cook these up. Hear that ping? That's them sealing. All right. So I can show you real quick. Some sweet potatoes cubed up to roast in the oven. Super hot still. And we got our fries. All right. Hope this gives you some ideas on things that you can and different processes that we've done water bath, we've done some pressure canning before, but now this is another, doing this dry can method with the potatoes gives you another idea of something that you can do also. Hope you give these a try, and I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and share my videos with your friends and those that you know, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.